convention speech a week and a half ago in California, now home in one more stop before returning to the White House, and then the campaign trail. A campaign no longer his own.
As he's done for years, President Biden will spend Labor Day in Pennsylvania, but next week's event in Pittsburgh will also include Vice President Kamala Harris. It will mark the first joint campaign rally since Harris officially became the Democratic nominee. Next Thursday, the president returns to Wisconsin, an official event not tied to the presidential campaign, but an event intended to highlight policies the administration says are lowering cost and expanding renewable energy manufacturing. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Former President Trump has more events in swing states.
It will be the Republican Party nominee's first campaign appearance since special counsel Jack Smith filed a reworked indictment in his election interference case. Former President Trump will likely have a lot to say during campaign stops in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin over the next 2 days. 2016 saw the former president break a presidential election slump for the GOP by becoming the first Republican since the 1980s to win Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. He's trying to win both states back after President Biden flipped both in 2020. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
Trump running mate J.D. Vance in Wisconsin yesterday.
As much as the media says that Trump is the candidate of division, the reality is that we, from Nikki Haley and Brian Kemp to RFK and Tulsi Gabbard, Donald Trump is the candidate of common sense and cutting out the craziness, and we're thrilled to have support from across the political spectrum.
Vice President Harris being interviewed today for the first time as the presidential nominee on CNN, joined by running mate Tim Walz. That interview airs tonight. America's listening to Fox News.
As fall approaches, you have a lot to prepare for. Back to school, sporting events, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve. So this fall, no matter what you're prepping for, you can prioritize your family's health and make a game plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You hear more and more about identity theft in the news every day. That's because so much of your personal info is out of your control, like your insurance provider that has your social security number and your favorite retailer that has your payment details. If they get breached, your information's vulnerable. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code PLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
New Fox polls show former President Trump and Vice President Harris neck and neck in the Sun Belt states of Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, and North Carolina. Fox's Kristen Goodwin has more.
In a Fox News poll of over 4,000 Americans in Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, and North Carolina, 41% say the economy is the top issue when it comes to casting their vote. More voters see Vice President Harris as the one who can unite the country with a 7-point lead over former President Trump, also saying they trust Harris to do a better job on health care, a 10-point edge, while more feel the former president is better suited to tackle border security, up 16 points, and the economy ahead by 8 points. Harris seeing strong support among women, black voters, and young voters. The former president seeing strong support among men, white voters, and rural voters. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Israel says it's killed 5 militants, including a senior commander in a huge military operation in the occupied West Bank. Fox's Jonathan Savage reports.
Mohammed Jaber from the Islamic Jihad group became a hero for many Palestinians when he was reportedly killed by Israeli forces, only to turn up alive earlier this year. Israel's militaries announced his death along with 4 others in a shootout in the West Bank. We're told they were hiding inside a mosque in a refugee camp. Israel began what it calls a counter-terrorism operation in 4 areas of the West Bank on Wednesday. The raids are thought to be the first time in almost 20 years that Israeli forces had targeted multiple cities at the same time. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
A top Chinese military officer tells White House National Security Officer Jake Sullivan the United States must stop its collusion with Taiwan, which China wants to bring under its rule. Sullivan, the National Security Advisor, has wrapped up a 3-day trip to China now aimed at keeping lines of communication open. The White House says President Biden and China's President Xi will be speaking by phone in the coming weeks. I'm Chris Foster. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, the Illinois Department of Public Health reporting the first West Nile virus death this year. A Lake County resident in their 80s died this month and followed the onset of symptoms. There have been also 9 non-deadly human cases of West Nile to date this year. Illinois State Police calling their role in keeping law and order during the Democratic National Convention last week in Chicago the largest security detail in agency history. ISP says they worked with federal, state, and local agencies for more than a year and a half to coordinate security measures and responses for the United Center, McCormick Place, and other locations. Several Illinois veterans homes experiencing an increase in COVID-19 cases among its veterans and staff. As of yesterday, 36 people have tested positive for the virus at veterans homes in LaSalle, Manteno, and Quincy. Majority of cases have presented mild symptoms. All homes continue to follow CDC procedures. Get locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
It is game day, ladies and gentlemen. Illinois football is tonight. We're excited about that. It's the latest kickoff in the history of Illinois.
Right.
8:10. Jay Lehman will be on the television coverage if you want that.
Awesome.
Or go live and be there. ESPN 93.5, our meteorologist is Greg Solier, brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
And they've got their Free Fitness Week next week, starting on the 3rd. So you can map out your plan of which classes you'd like to experience and maybe start something new this fall. UrbanaParks.org.
All right, sir. We got kickoff coming up nice and warm today. What are you seeing, mister?
Yeah, we'll be looking at readings at kickoff time, probably around 83, 84 degrees, and certainly an elevated level of humidity. Not anything too terribly ominous with regard to temperature and humidity combinations. Just anticipate almost a midsummer type evening out there at Memorial Stadium. No rain and very gentle and soft breezes anticipated. Should not impact the kicking game whatsoever. So one little boundary across the area is washed out. Little some actually stronger cold front comes at us here late tomorrow and tomorrow night. That'll kick up another round of significant rainfall. There's lots of gauges here in points north and west that had that rain of an inch and a half a couple of nights ago. And then cooler, dry air settles into the area over the first half of the holiday weekend. A little secondary boundary Sunday, and by the time we get to Monday, Tuesday next week, temperatures a little below average, back into the 70s, but will briefly warm back through mid next week, and certainly over the second half of September, warmer, drier, low humidity type days for crop maturation, moisture reduction, dry down, even some early harvest if you're so inclined. 71 at Willard and Savoy right now. If you go north of Paxton and Rantoul, up on 57, there are some dense fog advisories up towards the Kankakee till 8 o'clock this morning. Other than that, partly cloudy, just an isolated shower thunderstorm, maybe in the mid-afternoon in 1 or maybe 2 spots. Don't think it'll be anywhere near Memorial Stadium. Up close to 90 today, down to 72 tonight, 92 tomorrow, a hot and humid one with showers and thunder, couple of pop-up late morning storms, better likelihood tomorrow afternoon, then cooler, less humid Saturday at 83, 84 on Sunday, and will cool to the upper 70s for Labor Day, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, off and running. Here we go. This is, here we are, 29th of August. Finally, game day. Eastern and the Illinois Fighting Illini have been installed as a 30-point favorite.
Nice.
That's nice to hear. That means we should win the ball game. You should be able to enjoy and not be stressed like we were against Toledo last year.
Right.
Here's hoping. All right, Kamala Harris grants first interview, kind of, to CNN. 40 days of nothing, but it's taped, and it's with the vice presidential candidate, Tim Walz.
I see.
Political analyst, commentator for Young Voices, Samuel. Is it Rouse, Samuel?
Yes, it is.
Nice to have you on. You bet. So what is the biggie about a taped interview with CNN? They'll edit it for sure. If they request it, they're not going to. Oh, that was awful. Can you take that out? What the heck? I mean, what kind of interview is it? It's got to be live, right? I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I think a lot of voters are still having a little bit of trepidation and concern about this campaign. I mean, the vice president's approvals have not been good throughout the administration, and people are expecting her to really rise to the occasion and show that she can be, a young, new candidate that can handle these interviews, that can go and campaign much harder than the sitting president. And this is just kind of undermining that credibility.
Well, I mean, again, she's supposedly flipped on a lot of things, but has anybody ever heard her say that? No. It's all been press releases from her campaign. She's never said, I'm for fracking, but it was written. Has she said anything like that?
No, I don't believe she has, beyond in the convention speech, she did give a little bit of a nod to immigration and the border in her acceptance speech. But, there's still, I think, a lot of lingering questions about what the real policy implications are for her campaign.
Well, she's going to have to. Okay, you changed on fracking. Why? What was the evolution? How? You changed on immigration. Why? How? You've changed on everything. I don't know how she can explain all that. I know she's prepping for that, but again, they've got I think they've got the netting for an acrobatic play of saying you need to edit that out, and CNN, I'm sure, will do that. So I don't really. If this isn't good, then there's no chance she can be good on live TV.
Right, and I think that's regardless of even if this does go well, I think there'll still be a lot of people waiting for that live interview, the solo interview. And what's so strange about it is that the party does have plenty of other young options of candidates that could have been ran that can handle that and have done that before and have gone on, a more hostile outlet. And yet they've gone with the candidate that seems to be so risk-adverse and afraid of the media.
I mean, it's a DEI, is it not? I mean, this is she had next. That's the way it is. The Obamas, don't forget, wanted an open convention, and then they saw the momentum and said, "This is over. We got to go with her."
Yeah, I don't think any chance of an open convention was ever going to arise once the sitting president endorsed the vice president, regardless of who they are. That just kind of has a status within itself, and particularly a momentum with people that are so tapped out that they don't think about, well, what if it was, Governor Whitmer? What if it was Josh Shapiro or people? People aren't pundits like that. And so, you saw the president endorse the vice president, and that was kind of that.
Is there going to be a debate September 10? They're going back and forth on a few of those things. I think the Harris campaign said, "Oh, well, we said that is okay,
hot
but
mic or muted mic. What are we doing here?
We're not staying on the page here. What we did with the Biden campaign, I guess."
Yeah, I know. I haven't been following all this controversy about what the debate's going to look like or when it's going to be, but I'm sure we'll have one. It's kind of an expectation by these days, and a lot of people would question those campaigns, I think, within their parties if they fail to do at least one, but I have no idea when or where or, even with who.
Right. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Samuel, how can people connect with you?
Yeah, you can find me at SamRouse1 on Twitter.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for your time. Young voices out there, commentator and political analyst, Samuel Rouse, ESPN 93.5. And then there's this, strong, capable woman asks man to come with her to job interview.
Oh, boy.
In case they ask any hard questions, that's the Babylon Bee this morning.
Okay.
It is a little funky that she needs to have the man with her.
Yes.
If you want to play the sexist game.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, listen, it's if she doesn't walk out on the stage with no notes and a podium for 90 minutes with Donald Trump, then I call foul. You can't have a table with all your notes sitting out. No. We need to see how you work on your feet when President Xi asks you a tough question.
That's right.
I mean, it's just off the charts crazy. And yet, listen, she's winning in a lot of these battleground states, and America just needs to be aware of what's happening, who you're voting for, and just be careful, because I don't want to say I told you so, but things are going to get worse than they are right now financially for you, because taxes are going to go up and nothing's stopping with the border, no matter what she says. This is pretty easy to read. 7:14, here we go with our sports headlines.
Well, St. Louis Cardinals win yesterday, 4-3. Let's get your Redbird recap.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. The Cardinals were in a 3-3 tie going to the bottom of the ninth and 2 outs. Mason Wynn got a base hit off a tough right-hander Robert Suarez. Then a base hit for Victor Scott, leading to Nolan Arenado. He swings, ground ball, base hit center field. Here comes Wynn. Here comes the throw. It's a Redbird winner as Wynn scores standing. Light up the night. Nolan Arenado with a walk-off base hit, and the Cardinals win this one. The final in St. Louis, 4-3. And Ricky, how about that finish in a 4-3 Redbird winner?
An exciting finish, a terrific finish. It made Helsley the winner. But Arenado and Goldie both swang the bat very well last night. And I just love to see both those veterans contribute the way they did. But it was still a couple of key at-bats in the ninth inning, Wynn and Victor Scott, that led to the win.
The Cardinals have a chance for a series split behind Sonny Gray against Michael King, and we're on the air today from Busch Stadium at 12:20.
The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
Cubs win. Man, they've been hot bats.
They were down 10-3 in the 7th inning against the Pirates at Pittsburgh.
Wow.
It was Christian Bethancourt, the 9th place hitter and the catcher, that had 7 RBIs.
2 men on, 1 away. Christian Bethancourt batting. We're in the 8th inning. Here's a swing and a smash fair inside third down the left field line. It bounces off the sidewall. This is going to drive in 2. It's a double for Bethancourt. And now it's a 10-7 ball game. It's not over yet. And now the 0-1 pitch on the way. Ground ball to the hole at short. Through, base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Swanson scoring. The Cubs take the lead. A ground ball under the glove of Isaiah Kiner-Falefa and into left field, and the Cubs remarkably have an 11-10 lead.
All right, so the Cubs down 10-3, come back, score 11 runs in the last 3 innings. It is remarkable. And the good news is the Cubs are playing well. The bad news is they got to win almost all these games.
Yeah.
Their last 28 games, they need to win 20 of them, 22 of them. They win most of them.
Yeah.
And they have a chance to get to a wild card spot if they do that, but you got some tough guys ahead of you.
You think
now.
you just fell out of
I think it's going to be really, really hard for the Cubs or Cardinals to make it. Just too far behind, 7 games behind the wild card. But just keep winning, go on a 20-game winning streak, boom, you'll be in.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take something remarkable like that.
Texas beat Chicago's White Sox a couple of times yesterday, so the White Sox record at 31 and 103.
It was 120-something's the most losses ever. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe
either.
they can get it. I think 124 was the most.
Poor White Sox.
It's tough. Just imagine who's at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Who's going?
I don't know.
Somebody who likes the other team, I think. Cubs really filled it up when the White Sox played.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Indianapolis Fever over Connecticut 84-80 yesterday. A rookie record set by Caitlin Clark as she got another 19 points, 16 consecutive games with over 15 points. She's amazing. And we have Parkland's Cobra volleyball team at 8-0 on this season, beating Lincoln Land in straight sets yesterday. Of course, we're all about the Illini EIU game. 8 o'clock is when we'll have the kickoff. Cassie Arner was on yesterday talking about make sure you're going over your digital tickets when you have strong internet and reviewing how that's going to look when you approach Memorial Stadium.
Here's your weather brought to you by Carl.
They remind you if you're looking to improve the health of community members across the region and an opportunity for growth and an environment to serve others, visit carl.org/careers.
Fox Business coming up. It's 7:18.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. Cold front number 1 having washed out across the area, taking temperature and humidity down a little bit. Cold front number 2 arriving later tomorrow night. Down the third little boundary that'll bring about a real delightful air mass over the back end of the weekend. Otherwise, partly cloudy, very warm, humid for the day today. An isolated shower thunderstorm. That's it this afternoon. Close to 90, light southeast wind. For tonight, warm and humid. A few clouds around, light southeast wind. Kickoff temperature somewhere in the middle 80s. Overnight low down to 72. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot, humid. A shower thunderstorm in spots in the morning. More so tomorrow afternoon, the high up to 92. A couple of rounds of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night. Lows near 70. And a cooler, turning less humid Saturday. Sunshine in 83. Sunday, mostly sunny. A high around 84. Cooler Monday. The Labor Day high of 77. Upper 70s on Tuesday. Back to the lower 80s. More seasonal temperatures for Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Certainly stay cool over at Memorial Stadium. It'll be a warm and humid one tonight. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Since Busey Bank first opened our doors in 1868, we have built upon a tradition of close relationships and broad financial capabilities. Our experienced team provides the highest level of personalized service to ensure we accomplish your goals, simplifying your wealth management and business lending needs and ensuring a legacy for generations. Building business, growing wealth. Since 1868, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Dollar General shares are down more than 20%. The discount retailer is reporting second quarter profit and sales that missed expectations, and it's also slashing its full year outlook, citing a financially constrained core customer. Nvidia shares are down 3%, though its earnings easily topped Wall Street's forecasts. Investors are looking at slower growth and wonder if the company can live up to its share price, which is up 150% this year. Salesforce shares are rallying. The business software company and parent of messaging app Slack reported an upbeat quarter. Yelp is suing Google. Yelp argues that Google places its own products ahead of its competitors. Earlier this month, a federal judge ruled that Google engaged in illegal practices. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
I'm Charles Payne. Listen to my Unstoppable Prosperity podcast so I can get you making money right now. Whether stocks are hitting new all-time highs or in free fall mode, opportunities abound. So why are so many potential investors still sitting on the sidelines? In a new season of my podcast, I'm going to get you in the game. After 38 years on Wall Street, I'm ready to impart some lessons and get you invested in the greatest wealth-generating machine in history. Listen anytime, everywhere at foxbusinesspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Bet like the pros with the world's largest sports book right at your fingertips. Circus Sports is now available in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I've been a lifelong sports bettor and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited that the Circus Sports app is now ready for action. Experience big app bets with high betting limits, tight money line splits, and more. Now you can download, fund, and bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Join Fighting Illini football as they kick off the 100th anniversary season in Memorial Stadium on Thursday, August 29th at 8 p.m. versus Eastern Illinois. Start your Labor Day weekend early with the whole family. Enjoy the Family Fun Zone in Grange Grove, plus fireworks in the stadium. Great seats available for as low as $15 for the Illinois football home opener, Thursday, August 29th. Get tickets at fightingillini.com.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. They're tailgating set up right now in Grange Grove.
Yeah, it's all happening. The energy, the excitement of college football, unlike anything else. It's the best band in the land. Been doing double sessions themselves for a long time.
Absolutely.
Oh, we'll see the marching Illini tonight at halftime as well.
Well, and I think 5:30 is when we start the walk.
Okay.
And actually, Cassie Arnold on yesterday talking about the 5K, that Josh Whitman runs every game day. I think that's at Ethel Park right now. So I think that's a 7 a.m. start every home game.
Yeah, but how does that work? I can't keep up with Josh Whitman
I know.
on a 5K.
And she said he actually jogs and talks with fans and stuff along the way.
So he goes slow.
Right.
Okay.
But
how slow?
He's not walking.
Oh, he's not walking.
As far as you like talking to him and stuff, that would be.
But I'm sure everybody's waiting for everybody to finish the high five.
Right, right. Something like that.
That's awesome. All right. This is from the Babylon Bee this morning. A strong, capable, independent girl boss of a woman that don't need no man has reportedly asked a man to accompany her to a job interview in case there are any hard questions.
Oh.
Tim Walz, running mate for Kamala Harris on her 2024 presidential campaign, didn't need any further explanation. Yeah, okay, he sighed. I knew what I was signing up for. According to sources, the pair prepped for the softball interview long into the night. Walz had hoped to prepare her enough that he wouldn't have to go, but reluctantly he called it a night after she failed to answer questions about her favorite ice cream flavor. This is a satire. Come on, this is easy, said Walz. Well, there's just so many flavors, Harris said. Anyway, it's going to be, they're kind of hitting her hard because she felt more comfortable bringing her VP.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not live. And if you don't think that CNN will edit it for her, then I would purely expect an impressive performance, an impressive job by the presidential candidate for the Democrats, Kamala, because I believe that it's going to be easy. And I think whatever she might say that isn't exactly right, I think they'll be able to edit it because they're taping it at 12:45 Central Time and not running it till tonight. So if it's not a good interview, shame on CNN for not following orders. Come on. I need her to walk out on the stage with Donald Trump live with no notes and a blank piece of paper and a pencil or pen, magic marker, whatever, your choice of utensils. And then I need her to go 90 minutes, and since they agreed to the muted mics, I prefer that. Otherwise, we're going to get the I'm speaking, because that's classic.
Mm-hmm.
She'll want to do that like she humiliated Mike Pence.
That's right.
So anyway, it needs to be, and the problem is you got the Biden people who are still bitter, a little salty about their guy being kicked out.
Yeah.
The palace intrigue and the coup.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Obama people that have been called in. So now you got the Bidens and Obamas, and you know there's a rift there. And so who's in charge? That's kind of the question. Who is in charge of this campaign? Well, you're going to say Obama, for sure. But the Biden people don't like that. So whatever they agreed to, Obama's going to go, ho, we're going to get more than that. And then who's she listening to? And then remember, she's kind of hard to work for. 92% of her staff quit when she was vice president. 92% of her staff quit. So she might be a screamer. I tell you, it won't be easy, because if she's being told what to say and when, and there's two parties telling her what to say and when, she's going to have to make a decision on what to say and when.
Right.
So I don't think this is easy at all. So if they debate, and there's no way there should be notes allowed, that's her crutch. She had notes in front of her for Mike Pence. She's very comfortable. She needs to go out and do this like a leader would.
Like a leader would.
Donald Trump has been doing that. That's what he's been doing. So he's well versed in all of it. Not that you can't trip him up, I suppose, in some way, but she's not ready for this.
Right.
She's not ready for the answer now, and we've got clips forever online.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really say something bad, guess what? You remember the Junior Miss USA pageant, and the girl got a question about maps?
I didn't have any idea what she was saying.
That's still out there, and that's been 20 years.
Poor thing.
I believe all U.S. citizens should have maps, because the Iranian and the Afghanistan and maps are important. I mean, it was just the most bizarre answer. Just, you felt so bad that they actually cut that out. Not cut it out live. It was live. But they ended up quitting that segment of the live question answer because of that. It was just too precarious. And you felt so bad for. Anyway, Kamala's going to have to answer why she's completely flipped on so many issues. And she's going to have to explain what her reasoning was and why her evolution. And then she'll have to go against the progressives and Joe Biden, which is also dangerous territory. And so we'll see. But tonight's interview, I'm not even going to watch because I got Illinois, so I'm busy.
Yeah.
And, and I got to track AAA with my son-in-law. So got too many things to track here, so can't watch. I'll get, I'm sure, the highlights, and if there are any lowlights, which I can't believe there would be because it's not live. So I got a piece from John Stossel. Anybody remember him? He's a libertarian, worked for ABC.
Did he have a big mustache?
Yeah, big mustache.
We've had him on a few times, I think.
John Stossel?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I think once. Anyway, I think you're right. We did talk. He really cool dude, and really calls it as he sees it. The libertarians don't like any government. Leave me alone. Is so we'll see what he says. He has a piece I want to play, 5 or 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and I'm going to have that next. So you don't want to miss this.
Okay.
It's about Kamala and yeah, stand by.
Okay.
7:30. ESPN 93.5 Game Day.
Illini pizza fans, Jets Pizza has been making the best pizza on the planet for 40 years. They've always been committed to quality, like hand-pressed dough, fresh mozzarella, and sauce made from Mama Jet's secret family recipe. All baked to perfection. It takes more work, but take one bite and you'll get it. Right now, enjoy 3 types of pepperoni with the new Triple-Roni Pizza for just $16.99. And this is a limited-time deal, so visit jetspizza.com. And don't forget to flavorize your crust for free, like their famous Turbo Crust. Jets, better because it has to be.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. Vice President Kamala Harris will go off script today.
Kamala Harris sitting down for an interview for the first time since President Biden dropped out of the race. It will be a taped interview alongside her running mate. CNN's Dana Bash will be conducting it. Harris has yet to hold a press conference.
That's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Harris and Walz are on a bus tour through Georgia. They're going to hold a rally in Savannah today. Senator J.D. Vance going to address a firefighter convention in Boston. Former President Trump will hold a town hall in Wisconsin. Raids in the West Bank continue.
Targeting Hamas and Islamic Jihad militants there, killing at least 5 gunmen in a mosque overnight. As these raids continue, the EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell is calling for Israel not to expand its war inside Gaza.
That's Fox's Trey Yingst. Working level ceasefire talks continue in Qatar. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. An abandoned teen being sentenced to 20 years in prison for his role in a deadly shooting last year. Ira Gerald pled guilty to first-degree murder Monday in connection to the death of 16-year-old Montrell Emery in March of last year. Gerald was 14 when he and 2 other teens plotted to steal a gun from Emery. During the robbery, Emery shot in the head. Illinois working to increase court access for residents through local libraries. A new pilot program offers guidelines for Illinoisans struggling to navigate the legal system on their own. The goal of the program is to help people without lawyers more easily access legal information and assistance at their local public library. Illinois Department of Public Health reporting the first West Nile virus death this year. A Lake County resident in their 80s died this month that followed the onset of symptoms. There's been 9 non-deadly human cases of West Nile to date this year. The majority of those cases were reported from Cook County. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. We go to our weather brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements. Specializing in siding, windows, doors, roofing, outdoor living. Visit KramerSiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign and vicinity. Cold front number 1 having washed out across the area, taking temperature and humidity down a little bit. Cold front number 2 arriving later tomorrow night. Down third little boundary that'll bring about a real delightful air mass over the back end of the weekend. Otherwise, partly cloudy, very warm, humid for the day today. An isolated shower thunderstorm. That's it this afternoon. Close to 90, light southeast wind. For tonight, warm and humid. A few clouds around, light southeast wind. Kickoff temperature somewhere in the middle 80s. Overnight low down to 72. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot, humid, a shower thunderstorm in spots in the morning. More so tomorrow afternoon, the high up to 92. A couple of rounds of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night, lows near 70, and a cooler turning less humid Saturday, sunshine at 83. Sunday, mostly sunny, a high around 84. Cooler Monday, Labor Day high of 77. Upper 70s on Tuesday. Back to the lower 80s, more seasonal temperatures for Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Certainly stay cool over at Memorial Stadium. It'll be a warm and humid one tonight. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Olchis, Greg Soldier.
All right, 7:34. No John Decker today. He's covering the U.S. Open. He sent me a text bright and early, said he won't be available at 7:30. He's working it. He's a reporter for the U.S. Open. And so that's pretty cool, and he's stacked pretty high on the schedule. So he said he will be here next Thursday. John Decker, Great Television's White House correspondent. We apologize for the change in programming. All right, Nathaniel's son will be coming up this half hour.
Okay, good.
He's back. It's Did You Know? And our smoke expert pitmaster Tim Onsaw next hour as well.
Sounds good.
All right, 7:34. John Stossel has done this piece about Kamala and what she believes. I mean, do we know what she believes? You go man on the street, woman on the street, and there is just nothing. I've seen some of these. Well, she's the first woman, or she's And then a couple of them said, I don't want to do this anymore. That's a tough one. I mean, what has she accomplished as vice president? What has the Biden administration done that has been fantastic? And I'm sorry, I can't give you anything. So here's John Sasso, this piece on Kamala, and just consume and digest.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Who is Kamala Harris? She won't hold news conferences and rarely takes questions from reporters. Instead, she reads the same speech off teleprompter again and again.
The path to the White House runs right through this state.
Her campaign also releases carefully produced videos.
We believe in a future where every person has the opportunity not just to get by, but to get ahead.
That would be good. But would Harris's policies allow that? America's on track to bankruptcy.
The vice president votes in the affirmative.
Harris repeatedly casts tie-breaking votes to spend more of your money.
Unlocking the ability to pass a COVID relief package without Republican votes.
Last election, I ran a game show that compared candidates' spending plans. It found that Trump and Biden wanted to increase spending by more than $200 billion. Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders by trillions. But I was surprised that the biggest spending plans came from Kamala Harris. Her proposals would have exploded our debt.
The highest inflation in 41 years.
Biden's irresponsible spending ignited nasty inflation. Imagine what inflation would be like if Harris had been president. In her first policy speech, she's proposed almost $2 trillion in new spending.
Provide first-time home buyers with $25,000.
And $2 trillion small compared to what she wanted to do during COVID. Give every American $2,000 a month. That would have cost $21 trillion. She's also endorsed eliminating private health insurance, having government take it all over. Even CNN anchors seemed puzzled.
So for people out there who like their insurance, they don't get to keep it?
Well, listen, the idea is that everyone gets access to medical care.
Now her campaign says she no longer supports entirely government-run health care. She's flip-flopped on other issues.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
No question, she told CNN. But now Harris wants votes in Pennsylvania, where fracking provides jobs. Her campaign now says she won't ban fracking. And they even say Republicans claiming she wanted a fracking ban is false, an obvious attempt to distract. But what's false? That's what she said.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So, yeah.
She also wanted to force gun owners to sell their guns to the government.
I support a mandatory buyback program.
Mandatory. But again, today,
a Harris campaign spokesperson tells us that the vice president would no longer require this.
So who?
No, just let me interject. All these changes she has not said. It's all been releases. She's not said one word about any of these changes. Now, why? Presumably tonight, there's no way she couldn't talk about it, right? She'll have to.
Who is the real Kamala Harris? She used to brag about being a tough prosecutor against even the smallest offenses.
I decided I was going to start prosecuting parents for truancy.
Okay, so we start with prosecuting truancy to not doing anything.
But then when progressives said abolish the police, she flip-flopped. And during the George Floyd riots, when people were looting and setting fires, Harris tweeted, help post bail for those protesting. Now that the policing pendulum has swung back, she again brags about locking people up.
I took on perpetrators of all kinds.
During the 2019 Democratic debate, Tulsi Gabbard pointed out her hypocrisy.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana.
That was true.
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay. Like in college,
I inhaled. I did inhale.
Okay. Another criticism of Harris is that she's nasty to people who work for her.
Incredibly, there's been a 92% turnover on her staff.
Politico called her office abusive, an unhealthy environment. Now, if she were a hard-charging boss who got results, that might be okay. But we know what happened when Biden put her in charge of the border.
More than 302,000 migrants crossed the southern border.
Of course more people crossed. Harris promised them free stuff.
Medicare for all to people who are in this country illegally?
I am opposed to any policy that would deny any human being public education or public health, period.
Today, the legacy media want to protect Harris because they hate Trump so much. They were more honest when Harris ran against other Democrats.
You're considered the most liberal United States senator.
Somebody said that, and it actually was Mike Pence on the debate stage. But
yeah, well, actually, the nonpartisan GovTrack has rated you as the most liberal senator.
GovTrack's ranking of Harris was up on their site for 5 years. But once it looked like she would get the nomination, they deleted the page. When questioned about it, they said, votes from one legislative session are not sufficient to create a reliable portrait.
what can be unburdened by what has been.
Harris needs this media cover because she says weird things.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
And radical things.
Yes, we do talk about equity. We actually believe it is a good principle.
Equality and equal opportunity aren't good enough, she says.
There's a big difference between equality and equity. Equality suggests, everyone should get the same amount. Equitable treatment means we all end up at the same place.
So we need more government redistribution.
Everybody should end up in the same place.
Finally, Harris embraces the word woke.
We have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke.
What's so funny about woke?
Cause a lot of us to be woke.
She is the favorite to be our new president?
And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke. Yeah.
It's upsetting that this big government opportunist and this crass egomaniac are our choices. The good news is that America's founders wisely created checks on executive power. Foolish media often say, the president runs the country.
Run the country.
Run this country.
The worst person possible is running the country.
But the president runs just one of three branches of government, each of which was designed to be able to stop the other from doing something crazy. The founders demanded limited government because they'd seen the damage done by tyrants. With these two candidates, I'm grateful for those limits on executive power. I sure hope they stick.
Yeah, equal parts, executive, legislative, and judicial, and it's equal. And I'll take the crass egomaniac every time because I have a track record of the crass egomaniac, and things were good. The economy was good. The price of energy was down. We had no wars. We had nothing going on. Ukraine, what happened to Israel, what's going on with Taiwan, all that is in flames or about to be in flames, and I'll just take the crass egomaniac based on my choice. Otherwise, whatever you don't like now is going to get worse. Please keep this recording. It's going to get worse because her policies are left of Joe Biden and her vice president is left of her. Left means progressive, and that's woke, that's DEI, that's inflation, that's they don't want you to pay cheap for gas because they want you to go electric by 2035. So you got to buy the car and you got to figure out your charging. We're going that direction, and if that's what America wants, that's what America's going to get. And I hope it's just not I hate Trump, because at this point, this is pretty critical, because these last 4 years have been pretty damaging, and we got a lot of fires in the world to figure out. And here's hoping and praying that we make the right pick this time.
I saw a political sign in Savoy recently: dictator versus democracy.
Why would you vote for a dictator like Kamala Harris?
I was just thinking, which one is which?
If you go into one of the isms, and you clearly can argue which ism, is it socialism? Is it communism? Is it fascism? The Nazis were fascism. And that's where they shut you down and somebody comes and breaks your windows to make sure you get the message. And heck, there was apartment complex. Was that in Colorado? Where did I hear? It was a Venezuelan gang, was it?
Right. I just saw that report come up.
They took over because they have all the guns, and they took over the apartment complex. Now, that's not a government thing, but that's the illegal people coming across that aren't good. And Donald Trump, when he went down to escalators, suggested they're going to be really bad people to come across. Not all bad people. Most are good. But the really bad people are the really bad people that are being released from prisons in Venezuela, and now it's our problem.
In a Aurora, Colorado apartment complex, a group of young men carrying guns.
Unbelievable.
Trying to bust into an apartment complex right here in America.
Yeah, this is crazy, and I don't like crazy. And I think that if Trump wins, he's there for 2 years essentially. Then he's a lame duck. Then it's midterms. It generally go to the other party. That if there's an incumbent Republican or Democrat, the other party usually wins the midterms. So it's going to be a brief stay before it's another. This is the most liberal by a lot. This isn't even Democratic. It's progressive. It's a pure progressive ticket. And if you want AOC as your president, you want Rashida Tlaib as your president, you need to vote for Kamala. That's how far left it is. And I just want to make sure everybody understands what you're voting for. You can vote against Trump or not vote at all. But the vote for this ticket is a vote for continued and exasperated policies that we've already had. Okay, it is 7:45. Please text in if you'd like. On the Fisher National Bank text line is 217-359-2255. If you have any thoughts of what I just said, we'd love to hear either side. Here we go with our sports headline.
St. Louis Cardinals win 4-3 over the San Diego Padres. So see, we're on a roll, Stevie.
Here we go.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. The Cardinals were in a 3-3 tie going to the bottom of the ninth and 2 outs. Mason Wynn got a base hit off a tough right-hander Robert Suarez. Then a base hit for Victor Scott, leading to Nolan Arenado.
He swings, ground ball, base hit center field. Here comes Wynn. Here comes the throw. It's a Redbird winner as Wynn scores standing. Light up the night. Nolan Arenado with a walk-off base hit, and the Cardinals win this one. The final in St. Louis, 4-3.
And Ricky, how about that finish at a 4-3 Redbird winner?
An exciting finish, a terrific finish. It made Helsley the winner. But Arenado and Goldie both swang the bat very well last night. And I just love to see both those veterans contribute the way they did. But it was still a couple of key at-bats in the ninth inning, Wynn and Victor Scott, that led to the win.
The Cardinals have a chance for a series split behind Sonny Gray against Michael King, and we're on the air today from Busch Stadium at 12:20.
Cubs win big, 14-10 over the Pirates. Now the Cubs
2 men on.
Look at this guy,
Bethancourt batting. We're in the 8th inning. Here's a swing and a smash fair inside third down the left field line. It bounces off the sidewall. This is going to drive in 2. It's a double for Bethancourt. And now it's a 10-7 ball game. It's not over yet. And now the 0-1 pitch on the way. Ground ball to the hole at short. Through, base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Swanson scoring. The Cubs take the lead. A ground ball under the glove of Isaiah Kiner-Falefa and into left field, and the Cubs remarkably have an 11-10 lead.
Coming back from 10-3 and winning 14-10. Wow. Wow.
So we had Texas beat the Chicago White Sox yesterday. They resumed a game that was suspended because of weather. So it was 3-1 and then 4-3 with the Rangers on top. So the 31 and 103. I'm sorry, I can't say it without laughing.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. So we have Illinois and EIU. I was just pulling up some game day stats. In fact, there's a lot of people getting their game face off and setting up right now against EIU with the tailgating setting up. Of course, it's 8 o'clock start.
Yeah.
It's the latest ever, isn't it?
Yeah, latest kickoff ever in Illinois history. But beat those Panthers. Marching line will be doing a pregame, halftime, postgame. Doing their thing, all the work. You don't understand that all the football camp stuff, I bet you the Marching Illini had more time on the field than the players. They're out there like all day before classes started.
Getting their formations down.
And it was pretty cool most of the time, so they got a break in the weather. Not Tuesday.
Oh, man.
It was hot.
So 45 new faces on the Fighting Illini's 2024 roster. There's been this record of EIU. I mean, they were 8-3 in 2023.
I think we're going to hopefully outmatch them. Las Vegas says we're favored by 30, so this would be a remarkable effort if Eastern stayed close to this team. That's what the odds makers are generally ridiculously close.
Okay.
Now, if Eastern holds this game close, you got to give them a lot of credit and probably question our team.
Third year for head coach Chris Wilkerson for the Panthers.
But the environment and the atmosphere of Illinois football every fall. And every fall we come filled with hope. This will be a bowl season and a special year for Illinois because that's our team. That's our team.
Quarterback Luke Altmaier expected to start. Our trio of running backs include Josh McCray, Aiden Lawfrey, and Caden Fagan.
Yeah, I'll see. I think we ought to be able to, with our size on the line, run the ball pretty well. And then your quick hits with Luke Altmaier, who's in his second year now at Illinois. And we'll see, but it's exciting that we are there. We are there. It is on like Donkey Kong.
That's right.
Let's go. Did you know, coming up with Nathaniel in just moments, we're going to get Nathaniel's son on the phone here, and we'll talk about what he's got on the docket. All right, our weather this morning brought to you by Busey. For over 150 years, a member FDIC.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, and Van Vicinity. Going to be a warm and humid evening over at Memorial Stadium. Kickoff temperature about 83, 84, 85 degrees, somewhere in that range. Light wind and fair amount of humidity in the air. Otherwise, for the day today, a hot, humid one, the high around 90 with a partly cloudy sky. There may be an isolated shower thunderstorm this afternoon. Overnight lows for tonight down to 72. Here comes cold front number 2 late tomorrow night. Maybe shower thunderstorm, especially tomorrow afternoon. Partly sunny, hot, humid at 92. Showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night, lows near 70. Cooler and turning less humid. Humidity and dew points will come down slowly during the course of the day on Saturday. Sunshine at 83. 84 on a sunny and dry Sunday. Liberty Monday, cooler at 77. Upper 70s to near 80 on Tuesday. Then the rest of next week, highs into the low and mid 80s Wednesday and Thursday. And another cold front, maybe a couple of showers late next week. Temperatures briefly back down into the 70s. Still lots of summertime heat the second half of September. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, Abby Roches, Greg Solgay.
Airlig Plumbing Solution. For your kitchen and bath remodels, sump pumps, maintenance plans, and even licensed backflow testing, Airlig has you covered. Your local plumbing contractors for industrial, commercial, and residential jobs can provide plumbing services, repairs, and installs with a quick turnaround by calling or texting 217-722-9499. Send an email with your plumbing issue and contact information to info@airligplumbing.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Thursdays. We call my son in Chicago, affectionately known as Nathaniel's son. From Chicago, Nathaniel's son. Good morning.
Hey, Dad. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, good. Glad to be back after a big week last week.
Yeah, it was a big week already.
Yeah, he was under the weather.
Oh, really?
Both he and Allison under the weather.
Oh, you look great, though, and it was just such a great wedding.
Yeah, didn't feel great, but glad we pulled it together.
Okay.
Yeah, you even did CrossFit with all the groomsmen on Saturday morning, so quite the trooper.
Well, and you were playing the song during the wedding, and the beautiful vocalist, what was her name? Jen. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the cello came out with Benjamin adding reinforcement at the end of the song. And then everybody started singing in the audience. It was so cool.
It was great. Nathaniel works part-time at his church now.
Okay.
As the music leader.
Awesome. awesome.
Yeah, no, he plays piano and
I'm
guitar.
one of our music coordinators at a church up here. It's been really great. It's been really wonderful. And yeah, Saturday was really special.
Yeah. Nathaniel, son, did you know? What do you know today, son?
Well, yeah, this morning we get the chance to discuss, I guess it's a little bit of an obscure topic, or let's just say one you're not going to bump into in everyday life, but this might be a good story for you at your next dinner party. Now, if you're ever like me, you've maybe wondered, well, why on earth or how did Las Vegas or Nevada become the gambling center of the country that it is? Everyone just seems to go there and do all their gambling, and well, believe it or not, it did not start that way. In fact, gambling was illegal and very frowned upon in Nevada and really the rest of the country from 1910 to 1931. But if you can line up your history, faced with a severe downturn in economic activity from the Great Depression, lawmakers had to turn somewhere. And where else did they turn other than to gambling to generate revenue? Now, interestingly enough, Reno, Nevada was actually the first city to really reach prominence as a gaming center in the 30s and 40s, and Las Vegas was simply a dusty desert town. However, that really started to change in the 30s with the construction of the Hoover Dam. Located less than 20 miles away from the city, the construction of the dam brought in thousands of workers over the course of 5 to 6 years. And savvy entrepreneurs saw an opportunity with the newly changed laws on gambling. By the end of the Second World War, Las Vegas was a popular destination, known for its go-getter and Wild West attitude, its glitzy casinos and swanky resorts. And yet, all the while, the rest of the country still remained firmly anti-gambling. What might be acceptable to do in the desert, folks could go, travel to Nevada, Las Vegas, do all their gambling, and then come back to America's heartland where such things were prohibited. So, regardless of how you feel about Las Vegas, like, dislike, or indifferent about it, it rose to prominence thanks to lawmakers who needed to stimulate revenue during the Great Depression.
Here we are now. We got places, Dottie's and everything else on every corner.
Exactly.
Because gambling's so open now. You've got casinos on Indian reservations and elsewhere too. But no, it's amazing the growth. But I think early on too, the influence of the organized crime mob,
the
people.
Gangsters.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the people
that was a big part of it.
I interviewed one guy a long time ago who said in the 60s, if you were caught counting cards or cheating in a casino, they took you for a helicopter ride. And you didn't come back.
Right.
It kind of dropped you out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was...
no, but you're right. The widespread gambling, I mean, I think even Illinois, however many years ago they legalized, they saw the same thing. They saw tax dollar revenue opportunities, and here we are.
I mean, you have, in small towns, you have hundreds of thousands of dollars being gambled every month. It is stunning, the amount of revenue. And the state gets it, the owner gets a little of it, but the state gets a bunch. Nathaniel, son, well done. Interesting. The dusty town of Las Vegas became kind of the core of the gambling, and what happened started a long time ago, and lawmakers wanted to raise a little money, and they certainly could count on that. Well done, Nathaniel, son. Well done.
All right, guys.
Talk
Take care.
next week. Thank you so much. Nathaniel, son in Chicago on Did You Know this morning about gambling and the genesis of all that in America.
What a great segment here on ESPN 93.5.
All right, 7:58. The news will be coming up next. When it comes to finding a reliable vehicle, look no further than Sarah Champagne, your trusted automotive destination. They carry a lineup of top brands, including Honda, BMW, Subaru, GMC, and Buick. And they're not just about cars. They're about people. Their team is dedicated to providing you with trustworthy service and dependable vehicles that fit your lifestyle. Experience the difference at Sarah Champagne. Visit Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, champagne.com.
Better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. We are a locally owned community bank that has served the area since 1955. Fisher National is rooted in the communities we serve. We pride ourselves on providing financial resources that match or better the mega banks. We are your friends and neighbors who are involved in your communities and take a vested interest in seeing our customers thrive and prosper. Offering a line of rewarding consumer-centric deposits, home mortgages, small business banking, and agricultural lending. There are no compromises banking local with Fisher National. Our convenient online and mobile tools are second to none. We'll work hard to meet your financial needs and earn your trust. Learn more about Fisher National at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches. Our team looks forward to serving you.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. We're flooring people.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Breaking her silence, I'm Gianna Gelosi. Fox News. After nearly 40 days, Vice President Kamala Harris finally set to sit down for her first interview tonight in Georgia, but she's not going to do it solo.
The sit-down pre-taped interview with Vice President Kamala Harris is set to air on CNN tonight, and she's doing it with her vice presidential pick, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Walz, for his part, preferred to promote a different event Wednesday before a group of firefighters in Boston.
Kamala Harris, she's ready to hold him accountable on the debate stage. Tell me you're not looking forward to that.
The focus, though, among her critics is on policy. Tuesday, former President Trump's VP pick, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, told a rally in Michigan that she's copying the former president's policies.
In fact, I've heard that for her debate in just a couple of weeks, she's going to put on a Navy suit, a long red tie, and adopt the slogan, "Make America Great Again."
The debate is scheduled for September 10th. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Harris and Walz will wrap up a two-day bus tour in Savannah, Georgia today. Yesterday, they visited a high school.
We wanted to come by just to let you know that our country is counting on you. All of you. You are leaders.
Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump is hitting a pair of swing states as new polling suggests his lead may be slipping.
The Trump campaign is going to be spending a lot of time here in Wisconsin, in Michigan, and in Pennsylvania, where they are hoping to turn Democrats' blue wall to red. We're told that Senator J.D. Vance is going to be playing a big role in those efforts, given his upbringing in Ohio and his ability to connect with blue-collar voters and communities who feel like they have been left behind. New Fox News polls show the race is tightening in battleground states across the Sun Belt, where Harris is outperforming Joe Biden's numbers and now narrowly leads Trump in Arizona, Georgia, and Nevada, while Trump holds a 1-point lead in North Carolina.
And that is Fox's Garrett Tenney reporting. America's listening to Fox News.
As fall approaches, you have a lot to prepare for. Back to school, sporting events, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve. So this fall, no matter what you're prepping for, you can prioritize your family's health and make a game plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You hear more and more about identity theft in the news every day. That's because so much of your personal info is out of your control, like your insurance provider that has your social security number and your favorite retailer that has your payment details. If they get breached, your information's vulnerable. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code PLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
The IDF carrying out West Bank military operations as concerns over Iranian-funded terror cells there grow larger.
The Israelis continued their large-scale raid against the West Bank, targeting Hamas and Islamic Jihad militants there, killing at least 5 gunmen in a mosque overnight. As these raids continue, the EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell is calling for Israel not to expand its war inside Gaza to the West Bank, though a senior Hamas official saying that Hamas will resume suicide attacks against Israel. It comes as the war in Gaza grinds on and the civilian death toll continues to rise. Working level ceasefire talks do continue in Qatar, though Israeli officials here are not hopeful about the possibility of a fresh deal between Israel and Hamas.
That's Fox's Trey Yangst. A rare meeting with the Chinese military as a top aide of President Biden wraps up a 3-day visit.
General Zhang Yusha has demanded the United States stop what he calls collusion with Taiwan. He's the second senior Chinese official to speak forcefully about Beijing's claim to the island in front of National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. Sullivan's trip to China ends today, aimed at maintaining lines of communication. Today's meeting was the first time in 6 years a U.S. official had sat down with a senior member of China's Central Military Commission. The two countries are now planning for a phone call between Presidents Biden and Xi Jinping. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
And the Supreme Court has denied the Biden-Harris administration's request to allow temporary enforcement of student loan handouts. A federal appeals court in Missouri blocked the entire SAVE program from being enforced while lawsuits from GOP-led states make their way through the lower courts. And the economy, stronger than previously reported in the spring quarter. GDP expanded at a 3% level. New claims for unemployment benefits were in line with forecasts at 231,000 last week. I'm Gianna Gelosi. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, the Illinois Department of Public Health reporting the first West Nile virus death this year. A Lake County resident in their 80s died this month and followed the onset of symptoms. There have been also 9 non-deadly human cases of West Nile to date this year. Illinois State Police calling their role in keeping law and order during the Democratic National Convention last week in Chicago the largest security detail in agency history. ISP says they worked with federal, state, and local agencies for more than a year and a half to coordinate security measures and responses for the United Center at McCormick Place and other locations. Several Illinois veterans homes experiencing an increase in COVID-19 cases among its veterans and staff. As of yesterday, 36 people have tested positive for the virus at veterans homes in LaSalle, Manteno, and Quincy. Majority of cases have presented mild symptoms. All homes continue to follow CDC procedures. Get locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. We're just pretty fired up about the game tonight. It's Illinois and Eastern. And Solia is going to tell me the date you're coming down so we can accommodate your family. And pick a good tailgate to get invited to, if you know what I mean. We got to come when Tim Onstadt is doing his, and I think I know that might be the Michigan game. Tim's doing his brisket and
the barbecue guy, right?
Yeah, it's a pitmaster extraordinaire.
Pitmaster,
yeah. I think he told me Michigan, which is
so
Michigan.
That's October 19th, 100th anniversary, all of the stuff.
It's going to be a sellout. I do believe we're going to have a sellout for Michigan because it's the anniversary. It's hyped as the big game. We'll have a ton of energy. Let's hope we're a really good football team after 6 games.
Yep,
and maybe hold some sort of a 4-2, 5-1. And just see what happens, right? I mean, you never know on one day, one game. They're going to be better than me, and they'll probably be double-digit favorites because they're their defending national champion team with all kinds of great players coming in. So it's a tall order. But one day, one time, come on. One day, one time. We can do that, and wouldn't that be something to have a great game with Michigan and pull it out in honor of the Red Grange 100th Galloping Ghost. It's 100 years in one day.
That's right.
Unbelievable. Well, meteorologist Greg Soye has done a great job.
How do I top that introduction to the football season? Partly sunny, hot, good chance for a thunderstorm. Back to you, Diane.
When we missed connections the other day, I said, going to be hot, and just barrel laugh out there. It was barrel laugh. That was the detail I had. Going to be hot. That's all I had, man.
Well, see, your Atmospherics 101 paid off.
Right. Weather class at 8 a.m. at Eastern Illinois. Yeah, 8 a.m. 5 days a week, by the way.
Oh, man.
I started learning about
a grueling course schedule there.
I used to get a kick out of people catching flies at 8:10. By 8:10, they were catching flies sound asleep. Okay, sir, what are you seeing for the ball game?
Well, going to be a warm and humid day today. Kickoff temperature, these things somewhere around 83 to 85 degrees. That by itself will be picture perfect, but we'll still be dealing with some elevated humidity and dew points. They have briefly and temporarily come down, but they're already surging back past the 70-degree mark, so proper hydration. There won't be a lot of wind as well, so A, that helps the kicking game. B, alternate means of cooling and staying comfortable, both guys in the field and folks in the stands. So use care and caution there. We'll get a stronger cold front to come through here tomorrow night. Better coverage, showers and thunder. If you missed out, boy, there was a range of rainfall amounts. Quarter inch in Vermilion County and 1 to 2 here in points west and northwestward. And then delightful weather to start off a holiday weekend. Easygoing weather next week here in East central Illinois. Out the door this morning, 74 already. We'll in Savoy later on today. Forecast high temperature of close to 90. Get about 83, 84 kickoff time. We'll bottom out at 72 overnight tonight. And increasing odds for shower thunderstorm outbreak tomorrow. Partly sunny, hot, humid, 92. Humidity drops. The sun is out and highs about 83. A cooler Saturday, 84 on Sunday. We'll get into the mid and upper 70s for highs Labor Day, Monday, and Tuesday. Back to more seasonal readings. And dry weather next Wednesday and Thursday with lower 80s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Well, be doggone. He is the athletic director at Eastern Illinois University in Charleston, Illinois. Our friend Tommy Michael. How in the world are you, Tommy?
Stevie J, I am excellent. Thanks for having me on.
Are you kidding me? We're fans of Tommy Michael.
Absolutely. We should probably say Tom Michael in this
Oh,
chat.
it's not Tommy?
I mean...
Dang it. Well, I'm still Stevie. Come on, man. I'm older than you. Let's go.
Okay.
Anyway, Tom, it's great. It's great having you on. The AD at Eastern Illinois University, and you guys are coming into town. Firstly, I'll never forget the way you used to drain the threes in the 90s with Lou's team, and man, oh man, you're a heck of a ball player. I just never forget the amount of threes you could drain from deep, baby. You were really something.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and that was certainly a long time ago.
Yeah, it was, Tommy. And you have kids. How many kids? 2? Well, how many children did you have?
We have 3.
3, and they're probably 8th grade by now. I've lost track.
Yeah, we have our first grandchild.
What?
Wow! Yeah, so
you can't have a grandchild. Come on, man.
It was a long time ago, Stevie J.
Wait, I thought you were like 40, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Crazy, unbelievable.
So, but no, those were phenomenal times and playing for Coach at a time, when Illinois basketball was and Big Ten basketball and everything was really, really good, and it's great to see Brad and the program have the success they had last year. And we're coming up tonight for this, but from a basketball standpoint, we'll open up with them up in the State Farm Center again in November, and super excited and appreciative to have that opportunity too.
Well, I worked the scores table when Marty the Mule took Lawrenceville to the title. I'll never forget that. And Marty the Mule is a large human. He's a big, tall guy. And Marty Simmons, your head coach, basketball coach there. So I'm glad you guys are going to be up here again for that. Mm-hmm. For tonight now, I Eastern, and they have a legacy like crazy. You got Sean Payton. You got the 2-time Super Bowl winning coach of the Denver Broncos, Mike. What was his name? Anyway,
Shanahan.
Mike Shanahan. He was actually my roommate's coach when Eastern won the national championship, Division II. I think in '78.
So were those Bob Spoo days?
Those were what?
Bob Spoo was.
That was the real interesting guy. Yeah, it was before, and I can't remember his name, but he used to coach from the press box, the head coach.
Oh wow,
yeah, Daryl Mudra.
Daryl Mudra.
Thank you for that.
Anyway, Tommy knows his Eastern history for sure. Anyway, you got Sean Payton, and then you got, of course, Tony Romo and Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, Eastern Illinois has stuff, Tom.
Yeah, it's really remarkable, and we had all 4 of those guys back on campus the 1st of June for the first time they were ever in the same room together. Certainly, the first time they've been back on campus, and it was an incredible weekend. And when you think about the legacy that those guys have in the NFL, and certainly Mike being Super Bowl champ, Sean winning a Super Bowl, and then what Tony's been able to do both on the field and in the broadcast booth. And hopefully Jimmy can kind of round out his career here in a positive way. But they've just been incredible representatives of EIU, and for both of you being alums, I hope that part of it is really special to a lot of people, and it's certainly pretty special for us and our football program too.
Well, you Eastern's had some ups and downs, regardless of reason. It seems to be going on the uptick again from the standpoint of students and things going pretty well now in Charleston.
Yeah, we've got a president, Jay Gatrell, who this is his 2nd year. He was a provost before, so he kind of went through all of those budget cuts, budget impasse, COVID. He was here for most of that, and then he stepped into the president's office and has just been a phenomenal advocate for us, advocate for EIU and the community. And it's we had an amazing year last year. We won our Commissioner's Cup, do that when you win the sportsmanship award as well. And a lot of it has to do with him and the success that athletics can have at this level particularly. And I'm not suggesting that Josh doesn't need the support above him either at that level, but it's critical here, and Jay has just really infused a lot of energy and enthusiasm for us and the whole institution. And I think there's a different sense of energy here on campus and as we start the fall semester.
Okay, so what are you bringing to me tonight, Tom? You guys are figured to be second, I think, predicted to be second in your conference this year. You were 8-3 last year. What you got this year? A lot of guys back?
We do. We've got a quarterback that is back, and we're really excited about Pierce Holly being back there and the leadership that he brings. And I think we're excited about where our program is at right now. We struggled for a bit, and Coach Wilkerson has come in and really rejuvenized the program. He played here, was a coach here with Coach Thu. And we were able to bring him back, and he's really done an amazing job of getting our program back in a good space. As I met with Josh last week, and I just said, the biggest part for us is we've got to come out of this thing healthy. We play Indiana State next weekend, and we're excited to be able to go to Memorial Stadium. We're excited to be able to go up later today for the game and play in that environment and everything like that. But, we want to, I hope we can make it competitive so that it's a decent ball game, in there. But, this isn't about, hey, how are you going to go up there for me? It's not how are we going to go up there and beat Illinois? That's not the objective here. Hopefully we can go in there and our kids can compete, play their tails off, and get better and do a lot of good things and hope it can be a good step for us going into the rest of the year.
Yeah, I'd suggested earlier in the week that, love you and everything, but we don't need you to come win. I mean, that would be bad for me. So I love you a lot, but I just can't. I want you to take your $500,000 and be just really happy.
Go
but
Panthers, bud.
I mean, don't you play in Tuscaloosa coming up in the next year, is it?
Yeah.
You go to Alabama. Wait a minute. You're going to Alabama. You're going to Alabama. What the heck?
Yeah. Well, you just thought that if you're going to take a big bite, you might as well take a great big bite. It's that part of it too, and it's no different than us being able to go and play a Big Ten team and all the pomp and circumstance that is different at that level for our kids to be able to experience.
Yeah, true.
And then obviously you go down to Tuscaloosa, and it's a completely different. We've played at South Carolina, and we've done some SEC things, and I've been fortunate to go to almost all the Big Ten schools when I was up there for football, and SEC does it different. No offense to anything, but it's a little bit different.
It's a lot different, Tom. It's a lot different. I've been to a game in Oxford from Mississippi, and when you put chandeliers in your tailgate tent, man, these people are a lot different, and Alabama's going to be a lot different because you say it's like playing a Big Ten. No, it's like playing Ohio State or Michigan, so it's like, or Penn State or something. You're playing a high echelon, which I think is great for your kids, but holy cow, they're going to get an eye-opening experience of what that can be on these major league blue blood programs. That's going to be really a great experience for your guys. But I listen, I'm thrilled to have you on this morning, and a big fan of. Tommy Michael's my guy, man. I'm always going to know you as Tommy Michael, man. It's just whichever. Now you got the tie on. It's a Tom Michael. Okay, whatever. It's
number
fine.
32, right? How's
Shauna, your wife, doing?
Excellent. No, we're doing great. Kids are doing great, and it's Nate. He and his wife Cecily are the ones that have the little boy, and so we're excited that they're back here.
And that was just a few months ago, huh?
Brand new,
Tommy?
isn't it? Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Trace is about 9 weeks old, 9 or 10 weeks old. So, it's an exciting time, and we're certainly blessed and fortunate.
What is that like when you hold your grandson for the first time? What was that like?
It's everything that people talk about. It's just the joy and just fulfillment that you get when you're able to sit there and hold him. It's a pretty special deal, and we had him for a few hours Tuesday night. They dropped him off, and they got dinner, and it's just a really, really cool thing.
How tall is Nate? Boy, going to be tall, I bet. It's inevitable.
Yeah, Nate maybe got the short gene on us. He's probably 6'2" or so, but
Okay. And Kylie's the volleyball player.
Kylie played volleyball at Eastern?
Yeah, Kylie played volleyball here for us.
So how tall is she?
How tall is Kylie?
She's probably 5'11".
Okay, tall.
Yeah.
And Nicholas, how tall is Nick?
Nick's probably about 6'4".
Good God.
And you're one of the only ADs that can actually be taller than Josh Whitman. There are not very many ADs that are taller than Josh Whitman, but you are. I mean, you were a good 6'8" before you started shrinking, Grandpa.
Yeah, that is very true back in the day. So, and a bit thinner then too.
Right.
Now, listen, I'm a fan of Tom Michael. You're happy in Charleston. I mean, if you get a call from somewhere, you'd always listen, right? Because you're a really good administrator, is what I understand.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, this is my 11th year here now at EIU, and in the world of athletics, when you're able to. When you're able to spend 18 years at one institution and then move down the road an hour and spend now 11 years, I've only worked at two places, and in the world of athletics, that's very, very uncommon. So we're fortunate that we've been able to find institutions that fit us, and we've been loyal to them, and it's been good fits at both places, and certainly excited about what we're doing here, and we still have a lot of work to do.
In fact, you might be the tallest AD in America, frankly. In fact, I'm going to put that on the New Vegas line. The tallest AD in America, Tom Michael, a.k.a. Tommy. Michael, listen, we love you. We're excited to see you up in Champaign here tonight and again for basketball. But good luck to your Panthers. And again, don't beat me. Stay healthy and have a great evening tonight. It's going to be really exciting to kick it off. Latest kick time ever for Illinois, by the way.
Right.
Well, we talked here that, if we get after everything's done and we get everything wrapped up after the game, it might be 1 a.m. So we'll manage that. But it is what it is. And hearing the weather report before we jumped on here, we're probably a little bit fortunate that we are kicking later.
Yeah, right.
Might help the kids on the field a little bit. So it'll be a fun environment no matter when it is, and we're excited to be up there today.
Hey, listen, good luck to you. I'm a big fan. Keep it going. You're doing great.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the opportunity.
You betcha. Talk soon.
Go Panthers. Go Illini.
It's my Tommy Michael, baby.
That's right.
Tom Michael, the athletic director, Eastern Illinois University, ESPN 93.5. Great of him to call.
Mm-hmm.
And great guy. I've always liked him. I mean, really, he's a really, really good human. Just a real strong family of faith. Got 3 kids, now a grandfather.
Yes.
Man, that's crazy.
Played in 93-94 season for our Illini.
Played more than 4 years.
Okay.
He was here 4. And he was from an itty-bitty town.
Carlisle,
Illinois.
Exactly.
Yeah, what a great kid and a really 6'8" 3-point shooter.
Wow.
Back in the day, that was tall.
Okay.
It really was. All right, 8:22.
I'm Susan Lee, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The gross domestic product for the second quarter has been revised higher to 3%. Economists were expecting the GDP to hold at 2.8% growth previously estimated. The economy expanded at a robust 3.4% pace at the end of 2023, then slowed to 1.4% annual growth in the first quarter of this year. New claims for unemployment benefits fell by 2,000 last week to 231,000. The numbers are roughly in line with economists' forecasts. Dollar General says its customers are strained. The discount chain is cutting its forecast for the year after earnings were disappointing. The stock down more than 20%. And Best Buy shares are higher. Its pullback in the recent quarter was not as much as forecast. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
Well, they say there are certain things that shouldn't be brought up at the kitchen table, but not here at the Duffys. So pull up a chair and join me, Rachel Campos Duffy.
And me, former U.S. Congressman Sean Duffy, as we share our perspective on the discussions happening at kitchen tables across America.
And we're going to share some real-life solutions as well to the everyday issues that you all talk about. And we're going to talk about some of those things that we agree on.
And some that we don't.
Download from the kitchen table, the Duffys at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download podcasts.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Stevie Jay here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to thenateevansgroup.com.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Join Fighting Illini football as they kick off the 100th anniversary season in Memorial Stadium on Thursday, August 29th at 8 p.m. versus Eastern Illinois. Start your Labor Day weekend early with the whole family. Enjoy the Family Fun Zone in Grange Grove, plus fireworks in the stadium. Great seats available for as low as $15 for the Illinois football home opener, Thursday, August 29th. Get tickets at fightingillini.com.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
All right, we are into Friday, August 29. We're into Illinois football tonight. Hope you enjoyed Tommy Michael on the radio with us, AD for Eastern Illinois University. Again, I was at the scores table for 20 years, and he came through while I was there, and I love watching Tommy. Just a great guy. Just a really, really, really solid human. Excited. All right, and I believe he'd just gotten married back when I knew him. I mean, that would have made sense. He gets out of college, gets married. Mm-hmm. I think he worked at Illinois, didn't he? In the athletic department.
Believe so. Yeah. Well, he mentioned 18 at one spot, and now he's 11 years at EIU.
Yeah.
Would that have been with...
I mean, could very well have been with Ron Gunther.
Right.
And if he's been 11, he would have worked for Josh then. Wouldn't he have? Who was after Ron Gunther? No, it was Ron Gunther. Then it was Mike Thomas.
Mike Thomas.
I don't think Tommy saw Mike Thomas. He moved to Eastern before then. He would have been there in 2013 then.
2014, I think is when it said on his bio.
And Mike Thomas didn't make it to 2014, I don't think. Anyway, interesting man there. Came in and fired Bruce Weber and Ron Zook. I mean, that was the plan, I guess. I don't know exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Zook told me that they told him if he wins 7 games, they built a statue for me. He said, I went to 2 bowl games in a row and they fired me. That's exactly right. They fired him after 2 bowl games in a row. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, here we go.
So game day, and you can go to fightingillini.com/experience. I was talking with Cassie yesterday. Again, it's important now that we've moved into a cashless era that we review everything while we have strong internet, whether at your home or business today, and bring your tickets up and just know you're ready when you're coming to that gate. They've labeled things instead of gate 1, 2, 3. It's like northwest, northeast, southwest, south on Memorial Stadium.
Huh?
She said,
I'm a townie, and I had to think about that. I know the gate I'm supposed to go to. What do you mean changing? You're changing something?
She said
Wait
it'll
a minute.
be easier.
What do you mean? It's just say east or west. Where do I go?
South?
Oh, no. don't get all upset if there's a funky wrinkle that some guy's phone battery died, because it is an all-day deal.
That's right.
And phones are going to die, and you won't have your tickets. You're going to have to go to your car and charge it.
Yep.
You have to.
She mentioned having your phone
charged up. Yeah, so be aware. Not everybody's going to hear this message.
Right.
But by 8 o'clock at night, guaranteed there's some weak batteries.
Right.
Now, my experience recently, last year, the internet, during the timeouts is when everybody jumps on their phone. And it held pretty good last year with everybody on their phone.
Right.
So I think the internet's pretty strong around Memorial Stadium.
But you're going in to any of the vendors, and it's
no cash.
Cashless.
You do not need your cash. In fact, I used to carry $100 or so with me all the time. Don't need to. When do I use cash?
I know it.
Very, very rarely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Unless to pay dog sitters or something. Anyway, you just don't. You just don't need it. Okay. Okay. And clear bags. You know the road.
That's right.
You know the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be very warm tonight. You don't have to worry about the sunshine. That's a huge plus.
A few different entries for people with disabilities or special needs or anything.
Yep.
So just know you can map out your plan and just hit up fightingillini.com and go to that experience page and see.
Will we have 40,000 people? I don't know what the ticket count is. I know in St. Louis last night they had sold 27,000. It holds 44, and I think 13 showed up. So Cardinals haven't had the season they expected.
Right, but they did win over the Padres.
They did come from behind in the bottom of the ninth with a exciting 3-2 win, a 4-3 win.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Illinois tonight, I'm hoping 40. It's a late kickoff. I think there'll be a lot of people watching. But, I think there'll be a lot there, and I think the second half, because it's late and it is a school night, I think there'll be people that leave, no offense to anything, that just have, work and everything else the next day. Well, we are looking at a 3-day Labor Day weekend, as you said. So.
That's right.
All right, we'll be right back.
Under pressure, Democrat nominee Kamala Harris with her first sit-down interview tonight with running mate Tim Walz by her side on CNN. As the pair roll on a Georgia bus tour, GOP Governor Brian Kemp holding a fundraiser for Donald Trump, telling Fox.
The Democrat convention, no doubt they got a sugar high off of that. I think the Republicans did the same, but you're starting to see all that settle out now. But the other thing I'm seeing here and hear from people every day in Georgia is the sugar high on this economy is wearing off.
Where polls show black men moving toward Trump over the economy. After alarming video from Aurora, Colorado residents that their apartment complex was taken over by the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, and building management saying they couldn't do maintenance or repairs because of the gang. Aurora police say they were aware, but it's isolated. Denver police say they're not aware of any city apartment buildings taken over by migrant gangs. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, the Illinois Department of Public Health reporting the first West Nile virus death this year. A Lake County resident in their 80s died this month and followed the onset of symptoms. There have been also 9 non-deadly human cases of West Nile to date this year. Illinois State Police calling their role in keeping law and order during the Democratic National Convention last week in Chicago the largest security detail in agency history. ISP says they worked with federal, state, and local agencies for more than a year and a half to coordinate security measures and responses for the United Center at McCormick Place and other locations. Several Illinois veterans homes experiencing an increase in COVID-19 cases among its veterans and staff. As of yesterday, 36 people have tested positive for the virus at veterans homes in LaSalle, Manteno, and Quincy. Majority of cases have presented mild symptoms. All homes continue to follow CDC procedures. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. Our weather brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. They have cost-efficient solutions for busy offices. Interested in a free evaluation could save you some money. 217-352-0428. And by Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt is there. Kurt and State Farm are there. Life insurance is something you need to be thinking about. Kurt Lenschow can take care of that for you. Give his office a call today. 8:33.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you. Central Illinois, Champaign, and Van Saturday. Going to be a warm and humid evening over at Memorial Stadium. Kickoff temperature about 83, 84, 85 degrees, somewhere in that range. Light wind and fair amount of humidity in the air. Otherwise, for the day today, a hot, humid one. The high around 90 with a partly cloudy sky. There may be an isolated shower thunderstorm this afternoon. Overnight lows for tonight down to 72. Here comes cold front number 2 late tomorrow night. Maybe shower thunderstorm, especially tomorrow afternoon. Partly sunny, hot, humid at 92. Showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night, lows near 70. Cooler and turning less humid. Humidity and dew points will come down slowly during the course of the day on Saturday. Sunshine at 83. 84 on a sunny and dry Sunday. Liberty Monday, cooler at 77. Upper 70s to near 80 on Tuesday. Then the rest of next week, highs into the low and mid 80s Wednesday and Thursday. And another cold front, maybe a couple of showers late next week. Temperatures briefly back down into the 70s. Still lots of summertime heat the second half of September. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, Abbey Roaches, Greg Solgay.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information, including repair quotes and online scheduling requests, available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
BMW, Buick, GMC, Honda, and Subaru. Welcome to Sarah Champagne. We can handle all your car repairs on site, including paintless dent repair, bumpers, windshields, everything in between. We have an amazing selection of new or pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Shop from home and buy online or reserve your vehicle before it hits our website or dealership. Sarah Champagne is home of the Sarah One Price Promise, delivering an honest and transparent buying experience. Hurry in or shop online at sarahchampagne.com.
And now, a brand new show called Smoke, where we help you with your grill and making the best meat ever. With award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Smoke in Tim's Grill. He's the best brisket maker ever. Smoke in Tim's Grill. And now award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, number one on the Stevie J Pitmaster rankings this morning. Congratulations on that. New ranking just came out.
Awesome.
Yeah. Also, top dessert maker. Of course, Donna gets the credit for that. And, of course, now pork. So he is expanding the resume and the credibility. Boom. Just like that, Tim. Just like that. And he used to dominate Uwe Blopp in practice. That's all I remember from the Effingham Flaming Hearts. He was the top high jumper and, of course, the dominant basketball player for a spell down in Effingham. So
I just made sure Uwe's elbows were tough because they got me at about nose level.
Yeah, I bet so. All right. Foil or paper, wrapping or unwrapping? Tell me about what you mean by all that, Mr. Pitmaster.
Well, that's the second most question. A lot of places that you would go to a barbecue restaurant, they don't wrap their meat, and that's why you get the bitter flavor. It's from the oversmoke from the soot being put down on the meat. And so a lot of people at home try that for a while, and they're like, my meat's all bitter. Should I be wrapping it or not? And the answer is always yes. Once that meat gets to 150, 155 at the most, it should be wrapped to protect it.
But it doesn't happen. And you say that there's extra carbon, I guess, soot, that lands on it, and that'll cause it to be bitter?
Yeah, that's a bitter flavor.
Okay.
That's what makes meat bitter. I won't name names, but there's a particular restaurant in Champaign that I've tried to eat their barbecue, and friends took me there saying, oh, this is great. And I took one bite of the brisket, and it was so bitter I spit it out.
Wow.
But, and I found out they did not wrap their brisket.
Okay. All right.
So then the question is paper or foil. There's pink butcher paper that a lot of pitmasters, a lot of guys on TV, on the internet, you'll see them with pink butcher paper wrapping it. I've done that before, and that is not the optimal thing. The best thing is just plain old aluminum foil. With the butcher paper, you'll notice when you're doing it that the paper gets wet and even gets to the point on the bottom of dripping. The paper is porous, so the moisture from that meat is getting away. And that's one of the points of wrapping also is to retain moisture. Dried out meat is no good. So we're wrapping it to retain those juices and keep those in there. And then once the meat is done, when it's wrapped, you pull it off and you go through that resting period, that meat is soaking up and absorbing all those juices that it shed out. And that's where you get your flavor back into the meat.
Boy, sounds good. So many tips of little things here there make a big difference, but just the fact that you know so darn much about it. When you talk about restaurants, There are some that probably wrap, right?
Yes. Yeah, there are some that wrap. I know Franklin's down in, Austin, Texas, a big brisket place. They wrap with paper. And he does well. He sells out every day. So,
yeah, right.
So it can be done, yes.
Yeah, it's obviously more work, correct?
A little bit. It doesn't take long to wrap a brisket.
Okay. But have you ever had Franklin's?
No, I haven't.
But you probably do mail order at this point. You'd have to, I don't know. Can you mail order brisket? Maybe you can't cook brisket.
No, what I know of him, he makes 200 a day, and when it's gone, it's gone. They usually sell out by 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, if you sell out that early, Tim, I'd go ahead and make 300, right? I mean, you might earn a little more money, I guess, because...
that'd be a lot of work, too.
That's true.
Yeah, but,
that's true. Can you imagine if you and Donna had to do 300 a day? That'd be a lot, wouldn't it?
We couldn't do it.
Yeah.
We our trimming and how we want to do every one of them perfect and take... I mean, we're doing a wedding in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
And,
wow.
That's 11 or 12.
Wow.
And that is too stressful on me to do all the time.
That is so much, and you are such a finely tuned kind of perfectionist. I can't imagine, because you are so critical of yourself sometimes.
We forget things once in a while.
Well, you're really, really good. So now you put it out there. You're not hireable for weddings, right?
No, I think this is the last one, and we're going to hang up the wedding. But we're usually booked 2 years out on a wedding, and we do not have one booked for next year. And I think that it's time to take that stress away.
Okay, yeah, it's a lot of work, and there is stress for a particular wedding. It has to be just right. All right, Mr. Tim.
We don't want to mess up anybody's good day. Great day.
Right, right. Know? But I guess you should recant. There's always a price. We could always hire enough guys. There's always a number. Just contact me as his agent, and I'll give you the number. Be big
we
number.
Have a price.
Yep. It's Tim Onstad. All right, let's circle the wagons here. Dedicated diesel, Dixie choppers. What's new?
Well, what is new is we've still got some 24s sitting on the floor. We actually have a 25 Falcon in now.
Wow.
So next year's model Falcon, that's the one that I'm in trouble over my blowout map pricing, maximum advertised pricing.
Yeah.
We're going to sell that dude, and then I'm going to hide from the powers that be for a little while.
So the Falcon has the seat that was the most comfortable seat you've ever had, right?
I love the seat.
Yeah.
It's got tires with more grippy on it. So if you're mowing hills or something like that, or you're mowing in a wet area, the grippy tires are a little bit better.
Nice.
It's just a neat machine, and I love it. One thing, now that fall's coming around, it's time to get think about what you're going to do for service before you start up next year. And Jeremy and Andy will get you serviced. I was thinking about it on the way in, and we have a commercial customer that brought a mower in recently that one of their people was doing service and changing the oil, and they drained the oil, and mower went back out to run. An hour later, it stopped, and the motor was locked up. They didn't put the oil back in.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's bad. Oh, boy. Now, do you service anything but Dixie Chopper? Will you service other brands or just Dixie?
Yeah, we'll service other brands.
Wow.
But Dixie Chopper is what we're wanting to focus on. They always sit in the front of the bus. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
And as good as Dixie's warranty is, it does not cover not putting oil in your mower.
No. You got to put oil.
But I'll tell you what, Andy and Jeremy have ordered a new engine, swapped it out, and that thing is back running.
Wow. Well, tell me about Gale Ferrex Trucking. I think you guys are pretty good. You need anybody else?
We have 3 of the grain hauling spots open that will start near the end of September, 1st of October. That's where we're at right now. The road spots are filled. The customers have been great, and we've actually been moving right along.
Well, fantastic. How can people reach Tim Onstad, Pitmaster Extraordinaire?
Timo at gftlog.com. It's gftlog.com. 765-793-7131. Get Andy at Dixie Chopper at 217-328-0562. And if you want the best price possible, just tell him you heard it here on Stevie J, and he will know that I gave the price out, and he'll deal with it.
Yep, and then you can hide. Tim, always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Stevie. Thanks, Diane. Have a great day.
All right. That's Tim Onstadt, Gale Ferrex Trucking, Dixie Chopper, Pitmaster Extraordinaire on ESPN 93.5. It is 8:44.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Tapman's Towing reminds all Illini fans, when you're on the road and see lights flashing, move over and use caution passing. Let's all get home safe tonight.
Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouth-watering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction.
Ladies, we have saved a day just for you. Mahomet Christian Church offers a welcoming invitation for each and every one of you to join our inspiring annual women's conference. This year, join us as we will introduce an incredible author, Grace Cacciaturian, and her book, It's Okay, Finding Peace in Unexpected Places. Register today as inspiration will be shared. Saturday, September 7th, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Your ticket will cover all meals, sessions, and the golden opportunity to listen as Grace's journey will touch your heart and offer a beacon of hope. Mahomet Christian Church's annual women's conference. Get excited, get registered, and get ready for the author, Grace Cacciaturian. Tickets are just $35 for the entire day's festivities, and we're looking forward to seeing you. Limited space is available, so sign up today. MahometChristian.org. MahometChristian.org.
Ow! A spring just hit me!
Mom, the couch is broken again.
It's about time we get rid of that clunky couch and look into buying a new one.
What about two men in a junk truck? Their professional moving team does a great job assisting with downsizing, home renovations, and clearing out old items you need hauled away.
Wow, it sounds like it'll make much more space in this house once the couch is hauled away.
I just pulled it up on my phone. You can schedule an appointment online at twomeninajuncktruck.com.
Bet like the pros with the world's largest sports book right at your fingertips. Circus Sports is now available in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I've been a lifelong sports bettor and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited that the Circus Sports app is now ready for action. Experience big app bets with high betting limits, tight money line splits, and more. Now you can download, fund, and bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Well, Busey wants you to be aware of fraud awareness, prevention from phishing emails, identity theft, or credit card fraud, online scams. They are everywhere. Be skeptical when receiving unsolicited emails, calls, or messages. When they start asking questions, be very skeptical. Use strong, unique passwords. 1234 is a bad one. Be cautious, or ABCDE. Secure your devices, including computers, smartphones, and tablets. Monitor your finances by keeping a close eye on your bank and credit card. I look at those every single day, in fact, several times a day. Above all, stay informed. Awareness of new tactics will help you recognize and avoid potential scams. Learn more from the latest scams and fraud trends through Busey's financial blog, busey.com/money matters. That's busey.com/money matters. Investment product services not FDIC insured. May lose value, no bank guarantee. Busey for over 155 years. Member FDIC.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do.
Plumbing Solutions. For your kitchen and bath remodels, sump pumps, maintenance plans, and even licensed backflow testing, Airlig has you covered. Your local plumbing contractors for industrial, commercial, and residential jobs can provide plumbing services, repairs, and installs with a quick turnaround by calling or texting 217-722-9499. Send an email with your plumbing issue and contact information to info@airligplumbing.com.
All right, Diane had a chance to talk to Cassie Arner yesterday.
Yes, Division of Intercollegiate Athletics, kind of our event planner, talking about that walk coming into the game.
Yeah, so that'll happen about 2 hours and 15 minutes before each kick. So for this game, 5:45. Sorry, I had to do my math there a little bit real quick.
Okay.
So yeah, about 5:45, the team will be coming through Grange Grove there off First Street. So yeah, I encourage everybody to come out and greet them. That means a lot to them.
This is tomorrow, Cassie.
Tomorrow.
It's just all sinking in now how quickly this is going. Of course, it's an 8 o'clock tip-off against EIU, and then a quick turnaround as we are hosting Kansas, right, on the 7th at 6?
We are. We have 3 straight home games this year. So yeah, Saturday the 7th at 6. And then the next week, like you said, homecoming against Central Michigan at 11 a.m. So there'll be a lot of spirit on the campus these first 3 weeks.
And we also are used to now the clear bags and the smaller purses when we're coming into that checkpoint to get our tickets checked and things like that, right?
That's right. And we've renamed those entrances this year. They used to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Now they are a little bit more appropriate for where they're located near the stadium. So they're the southwest, southeast, northwest, and northeast entrances to the stadium, and then the Grange Grove entrance, which is right there in the center on the west side. But yeah.
See, on my ticket, it says East Main.
Okay.
So it says, so it's going to coordinate with what the stadium.
That's right.
Because, I mean, I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I've been doing that for a while.
Attention drivers. When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family-owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Solar companies are on the rise, here today and gone tomorrow. Rector Solar and Roofing family roots back 4 generations, living and working in Central Illinois, with the goal to take the confusion out of replacing a roof or adding solar panels to your home or business. With all the incentives and rebates now available, solar is more affordable than ever. Let a knowledgeable representative take the worry and guesswork out of solar and get a free quote. Discover the Rector Factor for solar. Call 217-281-7000 or visit rectorsolar.com.
Jesse with Lands Underground Solutions. When it comes to your septic system, trust the team at Lands Underground Solutions. Our septic specialists have been working in the septic industry, installing and repairing septics in Central Illinois for over 40 years. When it comes to your septic system, trust the team at Lands Underground for repairs, maintenance, or replacement of your septic. Lands Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Ever wonder why you pay your bank to have a checking account? Fisher National Bank does too. You see, they offer free rewards cashback checking that gives you cash back on debit purchases, no service fees or balance requirements. Simply make 12 debit card purchases, receive electronic statements, and have 1 direct deposit in a monthly cycle. It's so simple. Reward yourself today with rewards cashback checking. Learn more at any branch or FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Going to be a warm and humid evening over at Memorial Stadium. Kickoff temperature about 83, 84, 85 degrees, somewhere in that range. Light wind and a fair amount of humidity in the air. Otherwise, for the day today, a hot, humid one, the high around 90 with a partly cloudy sky. There may be an isolated shower thunderstorm this afternoon. Overnight lows for tonight down to 72. Here comes cold front number 2 late tomorrow night. Maybe shower thunderstorm, especially tomorrow afternoon. Partly sunny, hot, humid at 92. Showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night, lows near 70. Cooler and turning less humid. Humidity and dew points will come down slowly during the course of the day on Saturday. Sunshine at 83. 84 on a sunny and dry Sunday. Liberty Monday, cooler at 77. Upper 70s to near 80 on Tuesday. Then the rest of next week, highs into the low and mid 80s Wednesday and Thursday. And another cold front, maybe a couple of showers late next week. Temperatures briefly back down into the 70s. Still lots of summertime heat the second half of September. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Rochas, Greg Soldier.
When you're buying a battery, it's important to look beyond just the price and make sure you're buying a quality battery. So when you're buying one from the big box store, make sure you ask the question, what's the date on this battery? Is it dependable? Sometimes the big box stores have batteries that have been sitting on the shelf for years. Or you can just come to Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable, and buy your battery from the people who only do batteries. Interstate Batteries at 2504 North Madison, Champaign. Way out there, but totally worth the drive. How much is dependable worth to you? Interstate Batteries, open 6 days a week.
All right, Diane, we'll talk Illinois football tomorrow.
Go Illini.
Thanks so much.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Go Illini. We'll talk all about it tomorrow. Have a great Thursday. Very happy and honored to have Dr. Abraham Kocherel, Cardiac Electrophysiology, OSF, Heart of Mary in Urbana. What is AFib?
Yeah, so atrial fibrillation is a heart rhythm disorder, and it's actually the most common heart rhythm disorder that needs treatment. So about 6 million Americans have it currently, and it's expected to increase to about 15 million by 2050. So it's a growing problem. There are lots of things that lead to atrial fibrillation, and this includes diseases like diabetes and hypertension, sleep apnea. Other factors that lead to it are an excessive alcohol and tobacco use, being overweight or obese, and being sedentary. Generally it's an older person's disease. Generally, if you have other heart conditions, it's worth looking for, so that there's a condition called heart failure, which commonly is associated with atrial fibrillation. So hopefully, if you have one of those conditions, those patients are being seen by a cardiologist, and that cardiologist is paying attention to the heart rhythm and keeping an eye on things to look for the development of atrial fibrillation.
To learn more, visit osfhealthcare.org.
Westville Lions Club has their 113th Labor Day celebration at Zamberletti Park. Saturday, August 31st, Jared Neiman will take the stage.
Whoa, lover, lover, lover.
Then Maddie and Tay.
Being a girl in a country song, how in the world did it go so wrong?
Gates open at 5 p.m. with general admission $10. The show starts at 7:30 on August 31st. Get your tickets at westvillelionsclub.net.
Airlig Plumbing Solutions. For your kitchen and bath remodels, sump pumps, maintenance plans, and even licensed backflow testing, Airlig has you covered. Your local plumbing contractors for industrial, commercial, and residential jobs can provide plumbing services, repairs, and installs with a quick turnaround by calling or texting 217-722-9499. Send an email with your plumbing issue and contact information to info@airligplumbing.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. This is WSJK Tuscola.